What's going on YouTube? Claic Yuzolt back again with another 7 Deadly Sins Grand Cross video, and today we have a new Merlin that came out. It's going to be Coin Shop Merlin, the strongest Merlin there is in the game right now as of her release, so we're going to talk about her. Then we have a lot of other stuff happening in the game, including a bunch of changes and news updates and a few events, so let's get into it. Alright guys, so we're going to talk about Green Coin Shop Merlin first. She is going to be the best Merlin in the game, hands down. Beats the crap out of that red one I told you guys to skip. And there'll be a blue one later that's even worse than the red one. If you're picking a Merlin you want to go for, it's going to be this one. She is amazing in PvP, whether it be the sub spot or in your main party, and we'll go over why in a minute. She's going to be great for the Gray Demon. I think she's going to fill in a lot of spots. We don't have Red Coin Shop go through yet, and a lot of people are struggling. They don't have their Gray Demon teams together. I'm one of them. I don't have Green King. She's going to help us out with some people in our squad and making us a little bit powerful there too. But let's go over what she can actually do. Just like with the other units we've had on banner, she's going to have her own banner, her own mercy pools, and then rate ups. I think it's 0.5% rate up for her. So she's going to be a green unit. So she's referred to as Green Coin Shop Merlin. And she's going to be more of a support unit, but you're going to build her attack defense. You want to make sure you have as much attack on her as possible for her second skill, but her first skill, Spear Explosion, is going to do a good amount of single target damage, and she's also an ultimate depleter. And as we get through this game, and you guys have seen it with Red storyline Bond, when you're in PvP and he just punches you and takes your ultimate down, next turn you're like, there's no way he has another one, and he punches you, and then he punches your other unit and takes your... It starts to get annoying as they start building up their ultimates. You know, it starts getting scary because it's like, okay, well, I don't have an ult depleter, and if he has another S1 on that Bond, I'm screwed. So she's going to be able to do that, along with actually providing a lot more damage than that storyline Bond can do. The next ability is going to be Perfect Cube, and it's going to create a barrier, if you guys remember from the anime. It's going to put a barrier on everybody off of a percentage of her attack. So that's why we're going to build her attack defense. One, to be able to do more damage, and two, to be able to make sure this Perfect Cube is buffed up to the maximum. It's a shield. It's going to help us survive longer in PvP, along with pushing their and depleting their ultimates. We're going to be able to really play a stronger strategic battle against the opponent when we're in PvP with Merlin. She's a fantastic unit if you combine these two abilities together, but we're not done yet. Her ultimate is going to be single target, and it's going to do, when it's combined attacks, I'm always going to go over that. You should be aiming for the combined attack until later on in the game. There'll be some other stuff you can do, but for right now, go for the combined attack. Inflicts damage equal to 630% of attack, and again, we're building attacks. Everything she does is based off attack. Disable attack skills for 2 turns. So we do actually get to hit somebody pretty hard for a single target. I wouldn't call it nuke, but a pretty good single target attack, and then also disable their attack skills. So we kind of shut down another person in another way. So we're having a shield, so we kind of like, you know, shut down their, we at least fend off their attack for a little bit with the shield if we cast it. We also get to take away their ultimate, and now we get to lock up their attack skills. Amazing. All of her abilities are great, but we're not done yet. We need to talk about her passive. Fills the ultimate move gauge of all allies by 1 orb at the start of battle. This thing right here is insane. If you think about it, eat ult food, use this. She can be in the sub spot or the main spot, from what I understand, and everybody's getting their ults up, okay? And that also means for Gray Demon, right? Because for Gray Demon, you want your king to have their ultimate up as fast as possible, your Green King, so you can get that critical chance up and then do more damage, and she's going to help you with that. She also lets you take less damage, because I know Gray Demon can do a little bit too much damage to you sometimes, and that also has a ranged attack here on the S1, where she can actually hit him while he's in the air. But in PvP, just think about that. You go into battle, if your opponent didn't use ultimate food, or they don't have this Merlin, you're starting with 2 ultimate, they're starting with 0 goose egg. Think about that. That is a huge advantage. This game, I mean, there's a lot of intricate stuff going on, but first person to get to ultimate normally wins. It's for sure if it's Blue King's ultimate. That really messes your team up. And that's how it is right now. Things will change as, you know, more of the meta comes out. Looking at her special associations, you want to go for a combined attack. You're going to want to use one of these 2 Arthurs that are available to us here. As with this game change, and you'll see it in the patch notes when you look over it, they now, if you use a combined attack, meaning you get that extra ultimate oomph, you're also going to get 1,000 combat class added to that unit. So that is going to be really big when determining who goes first, you know, making sure when you're doing PvE content or PvP content, you're in the driver's seat and you're going first. So that's why you want to go with a Merlin. The resistance added bonus really isn't the greatest thing in the world. You really want her to have attack. It would have been nice if that Arthur gave her attack, but I do believe Demon Meliodas will be giving her attack later on. And last but not least, one final thing about this Coin Shop Merlin before I talk about pulling for her. She will be great as an associate unit. So later on down the road, there are going to be a lot of times when you're going to want to use a Merlin, okay? I think it's Escanor, Demon Meliodas. These are two of the big hitters, right? This Merlin can fit in that slot for you, okay? So this is she's got a million uses. She can be used PvE, PvP, she's going to be a monster, and then she also has even back, if you're like, I'm sick of that Merlin, I'm going to move on to Escanor and Demon Meliodas. Well, hello, Coin Shop Merlin is here today, Green Merlin, to help you out again. So overall, is she worth it? 100%. She's an amazing unit. However, she's supposed to be a Coin Shop unit. And I know you guys are probably depleted on diamonds or you're trying to save for Coin Shop Gother. And as we look through these patch notes, you'll see we have a question in the air now, is if when or if at all these units will be added to the Coin Shop. So now we have to determine, hey, do we pull for this unit? When is Red Gother coming out? Should I save all my diamonds for Red Gother, the strongest unit in the game? It really starts becoming a question. But what I want to answer this with is, it's going to be up to you, right? Free to play, Dolphin, whatever. This game does throw a lot of diamonds at you. So you have to decide, you know, am I willing to risk Coin Shop Gother not going to the Coin Shop, becoming just Red Gother, Red Skill Up Gother? We don't know how global is going to be yet. You'll see in the patch notes here in a minute. But if you're talking about just straight up, is she worth it? Will I get use out of her? Will she withstand the test of time? 1000%. She's going to be useful for the rest of the game. She's even used still in PvP and JP along with being associated unit, which makes her great. So definitely worth it. So let's look over at that event page and start learning a little bit more about this coin shop business. Moving on over to the news and the update notice, you know, Green Merlin is being added. Think she's quite amazing. Very, very good. Hopefully she gets added to the coin shop like she's supposed to be later on. We're going to have a growth support event, and this event is going to be dealing with repeatably doing the SP dungeon. So the SP dungeon you're always doing for your pendants or your gold or your books or your enhanced potions, you're actually going to have a chance to get these exchange ticket, growth support tickets. You can do that up to 50 times in a day. So you're going to need to run that SP dungeon 50 times a day, and you're going to be able to get 50 of them, 50 of these tickets. With those tickets, you're going to be able to go in and exchange them for these items. You can see that you can do it up to 3 times. It costs 25 tickets to get an SSR pendant. You can do that 3 times, like I said, 10 times. It costs 6 to get SR. All the way down the board, seeing everything that you guys can get here, including Water of Life and Demon Blows, which is great. So you guys are going to be grinding the SP dungeon quite a bit. And this is going to be a way to maybe get enough SR evolution pendants to be able to awaken one of your SR units, and then the same for your SSR evolution pendants. So be sure every day to be doing it up to 50 times so you get all of your growth support tickets, and then you trade them in for these awesome things. And I do believe, let's see where it says to trade them in at. Maybe it'll be more clear in the game. Clear can be exchanged for rewards. So I'm assuming it's going to be somewhere clear in the game where we can exchange those tickets. But it's going to be pretty cool because you're already grinding that anyway, just getting some extra rewards and kind of pushing you to grind it a little bit harder during the day. So they talk about full awaken bundle changes. They added a purchase button for the tier 6 full awakening bundles in the bottom right of the awakening screen for all heroes. So you can apparently see in the bottom right where you can purchase all of the tier 6 full awakening bundles. So you can just, like, when you see a unit, you can click it and go buy the awakening bundle for them. Tier 6 full awakenings immediately completed upon purchasing full awakening bundle. So now it looks like when you buy the full awakening bundle, it's just going to automatically apply it to that unit, making them all the way like juiced up and maxed out. Then it talks about awakening materials that were previously used will not be refunded if you purchase while in tier 1 through 5 awakened state. So I'm assuming what this means is that it won't give you back the stuff that you've used before. So I'm unsure if instead of like them giving you the actual materials, you pay this and it just automatically unlocks everything. So let's say you're on like step 3, and again, we haven't tested this in game. You're on step 3 and then you click this and you purchase this and you make it go all the way through. It won't give you what you paid to get to step 3, and it's not actually giving you the materials, it's just unlocking them all. So it's an easy access for people who want to pay for that. For me, I skip that stuff because I just farm and farm and farm and farm and farm, and then I eventually awaken my units when need be. There's some chat system settings, changes, excuse me. So you guys can go over that, read in your own time, just changing some things, the chat system. Knighthood improvements, check it in UI changes. Boss battle, added last week's personal rank, hard difficulty, and personal rewards, tier 1 through 4. So we're going to have to look at that. There's some personal rewards we can get now in the Knighthood battle, along with a hard difficulty, which will help us get more points, which is going to be great. Because I was having trouble just killing that boss off by accident too early to make sure I get all the points. So it's going to be awesome to go in there and do the hard difficulty, and it's cool that you have personal rewards that we can get now. Added the ability to register a team and account combat classes, added rankings for teams and accounts, knighthood members, knighthood all. So it looks like there's going to be some combat class rankings. I'm going to have to see how it works in game, but more so excited over for the hard difficulty and the personal rewards we can get from taking on that knighthood boss, which I have a video on talking about how to take down and get the most points when facing a knighthood boss if you need to check that out. It's on the 7 Deadly Sins playlist I have. Added the feature to continuously change awakened item perks. So you're able to set the desired awakened perks in stat range. So essentially it looks like we are able to go in and, you know, when you're awakening gear and you're changing it and you're trying to get a good stat, it seems like we might be able to change that up and make it a little even more automated than it already was before. Able to set the amount of currency or anvils that you're willing to spend when changing that, you know, that range, that substat that you're trying to change. Able to set limitations on the continuous change amount. So unsure what that means. It just seems like we're getting more the ability to lock in on maybe what we're trying to get on our equipment and have it auto grinded up to a certain amount of anvils, or hopefully you're not spending diamonds, but if you're spending diamonds, go at it. So that's going to be awesome. Any of these quality of life changes are great for the game. They talk about adding in a couple of Westum. Oh my God, weapon costumes in for the two different Elizabeths, one Elizabeth Hawk and then one just Princess Elizabeth, which I wish I could get so bad. So you guys can check those out if you look over this. We have some new bundles added: SSR Equipment Selector Bundle, Equipment Enhanced Bundle, Elizabeth Stamp Bundle, and Merlin Stamp Bundle. I would not touch these equipment bundles at all. Spend on anything else you want in the game. You guys can grind the crap out of equipment any day, any time of the week. When they have these events we're going to talk about, where the free stages are 50% off, you can farm the crap out of your SSR equipment. Do not go buying these bundles. This is not worth it. You can buy the stamps if you want to. Have fun with that. I mean, that's just fun. But I'm just telling you, in the grand scheme of things, these just aren't going to be worth it, dude. You're going to be able to grind up that stuff anyway. Looking at some of the hero stat changes. So some of the heroes have gotten buffed a little bit. I don't think it's anything so major that it's like, okay, this person, super strong, you need to go ham. But after some testing and everything, we'll figure it out. If you guys see anything in here, I've looked it over. Just seems like some minor adjustments to maybe give those heroes a little bit more oomph and have them be usable a little bit more. If you see any changes or you found out in game that you'd like things a little bit better because of these changes, please let me know in the comments below. I'm definitely open to listen to your guys' opinions, but I went down through here. You guys can check them all out. It seems like, you know, base stat changes over. Some of them a little bit more major than others. But nothing too absolutely incredible that it's like, okay, this unit is OP now, we have to use this unit. At least not from what I see. We have custom UI improvements, ending events. Okay, this is the part where it really hurts me, okay? Ending events, so essentially Green Coin Shop Bond is leaving, right? Is leaving the pool. I don't see anything here about him being moved to the draw summon, like the general draw summon, like the other Merlin was, the non-coin shop one, the red one. I don't see anything here about him going to the coin shop. Like now it says Adventure Bond may be added to the Platinum Coin Shop at a later date. What? And then I also don't see anything about him going to the SSR tickets. So essentially what they did was, we all had this high hope on this global version of the game that, hey, they're giving us a chance to pull with diamonds. That way we don't have to spend those SSR coins. And if we got unlucky, hey, he's going to be in the shop later. And maybe if we get lucky, they're going to put him in the general pool and then the SSR ticket pool. Looks like they didn't do any of that. And they said, maybe at a later date he'll show up. First off, I had read and I had seen a screenshot on the Chinese Facebook for the game that he was going to be added this week to the coin shop from an official poster. Now, I don't know if that was an intern coon who got a little bit, yeah, dude, totally getting at it. Don't worry about it. Like, I don't know if that, you know, maybe they got slapped on the hand for doing that. I don't know. But either way, throw that all out the window. Them not adding him to the coin shop and saying he might be added later is a huge no. They shouldn't be doing that, because if he is getting added, it said Adventure Bond will be added to the Platinum Coin Shop at a later date. He better be, because these coin shop units need to be added in there, or there's going to be, I mean, there's already the JP versus Global thing with the whole 7.77 million downloads event. This right here is going to add fuel to that fire. It's like they're throwing the gasoline on, and if they want to, they can, if they don't add them in there, they don't add these units in there, it's going to be an entire explosion they're going to have to deal with as a PR management on the team. I don't really like the way they wrote this. It does have an asterisk here, so I'm not sure if I was hoping there'd be some asterisk thing that there isn't. So that's super not cool, and I really don't. I hope tomorrow I wake up and what this meant was it was just bad, because we've had some mistranslations on here. What that means is he is going to show up in the SSR coin shop tomorrow after maintenance. Like that's what I'm hoping it means. So guys, I mean, yeah, I hope you guys hope for the best for us here on this game. So we do have our new events that are going to be coming out. So from the 26th to the 27th, you guys are going to have that 50% free stage stamina, which means we're going to finally be moving away from boss battles, which seems like it's been going on for like 5 days straight, endless boss battle grinding for chalices. And we're going to move over to the equipment farming. So you guys are going to be able to farm some more of that SSR equipment that you want for half off of the stamina. Make sure you're doing the quest to make sure you get those guaranteed SSR equipment pieces. And this is going to be your chance to maybe, instead of having to try to roll the main stat for diamonds, you can just keep farming the equipment and hopefully land one that has a higher main stat. So you can save your diamonds for pools like for Merlin, for example. We're going to have some different things. Just make sure you're paying attention to your event page or come back to this page so you can make sure you can see, what I needed to do on the daily to be able to grab some of these nice rewards. We can see we have 50% for SP Dungeon or Fort Solgra Stamina from the 28th to the 29th. So we are going to have to be grinding for that event where we get the tickets, and we get double gold acquisition from there. So you're going to get a little bit more gold for doing that. So from the 28th to the 29th, you want to be in the SP Dungeon farming. This is definitely going to be a great time to farm books and sell them because it's going to be half off the stamina. And then also here we have for the equipment grind. And then after that, it looks like it's just going to be, just down to the normal nitty gritty stuff that we normally do. Let's see, moving on down through here, they talk about fully awakening heroes in one go. We talked about the guaranteed evolution pendant event, I think. Yeah, that's going to be this one right here. How long does this run? Let me see. Until 4/6. Okay, and the ticket exchange period goes till 4/9. Yeah, so we are going to get that half off energy for that event where you have to farm at 50 a day, which is great. They do talk about going in and using the share function in the game. If you share it on some kind of social media, Facebook, I don't know what other options they have. I normally do it on Facebook. Be like, hey, I'm playing Grand Cross. You guys can get an event dungeon key. These little, I call them bells now. I was calling them ball keyholes. That didn't seem as nice as bells, so I'm going to call them bells. They look like maybe little bells. You'd shake it, they'd make noises. Let's see. Trio of Troublemakers growth events. I do believe this is just, yeah, okay, so this is going to be like those events we see in the event page where you go in and you grind it. You have certain achievements that you have to do. And you go through and do all this, and you'll have a couple of achievements, first stage clears and stuff like that. So you're gonna be able to go in and get some nice rewards to help you guys. A lot that looks like a lot of gold, some demon bloods, and some water of life, which will help you guys out. Some 5-stars version of those with awakening your units, which is always nice. So again, always pay attention to that event page. It's gonna be very important for finishing that off. And it says SSR equipment select chance. Do not mess with this, dude. It just Don't buy the SSR bundles. There's no reason. Like, the only thing you can't really farm from this is going to be the PvP gear, which is the critical damage gear, which you can get from grinding PvP. There is no reason to buy these bundles and buy SSR equipment selector. It's just not worth it, and it's a waste of your hard-earned cash, in my opinion. So that's the way I'm going to put it. So overall, I mean, I think we have a lot of cool stuff, a lot of events to be grinding in the game, which is great. We have an amazing other unit being added to the game, but we're left with some questions, right? We're left with the questions. Are these units being added to the coin shop? Why is it so much different than JP? At first it was like, this is different. We don't really like it. Oh, it could turn out really good. Now we're really back. Like, why? If he's not being in the general pool, he's not being in the SSR pool, he better be put in the coin shop. But now to maybe be added to the coin shop could be trouble for us here in this game. But anyway, if you guys like this video, give it a thumbs up. Comment down below with how you feel. You think he's getting added to the coin shop and that might be just like a little nice translation error or something like that? I don't know. Subscribe for future content here on YouTube. Follow my Twitch channel, twitch.tv/ClaicYuzolt, and I'll catch you guys in the next video.